First of all, we'll try to figure out what are the types of dienes and what are the alkynes. What are the types of dienes and what are the alkynes which we usually see. Right, as a new topic, dienes. You can see there are three types of dienes which you'll get. One is isolated. Isolated as in double bonds are far away. These are isolated ones. Then we have conjugated.
Sir, new topic or new chapter, sir?
This is a part of hydrocarbons. Hydrocarbons is split into four parts: alkanes, alkenes, alkadines, and alkynes. One part of the alkadines is there for this syllabus, this week's syllabus. The rest of the part is there for next week. See conjugated dienes. Conjugated dienes, we must have a double bond conjugation with each other. These are conjugated dienes. Next, cumulative dienes. Cumulative dienes as in the double bonds are adjacent to each other this way. These are cumulative dienes. On the other hand, if you see alkynes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, we can have two types of alkynes here. The alkyne could be on this end. End alkynes are called terminal alkynes. And if the alkynes are in between, like this, these are called substituted alkynes. Substituted alkynes. Okay, let me take this as numbering as 4 and 5. Out of these 5, if you check out this stability, because they are all isomers of each other only. If you observe, I took all of them as isomers of each other. If you see the stability here, we have 2 conjugated, more stable, then isolated, then more stable, then this alkyne which is substituted, which is more stable than 4th, and the least stable is always cumulative ones. Got it? Everybody understood that? So this is how the least stability comes in across. And this part comes from the heat of combustion. So whichever gives most amount of heat of combustion, which means it is less stable. So in case if it is asked about delta H of combustion, how will be the order here? 3 greater than 3 greater than 4 greater than 5 greater than 1 greater than 2. Similarly, if you take delta H of hydrogenation, same case, right? It also depends upon the stability when it comes to isomers. Suppose if we have bromine here at the allylic position, I treat that with sodium and dry ether. It would undergo Wood's reaction. So I will get double bonds at these extremes, which means what I got it as an isolated form. So we can get isolated dienes in many different methods like this. Second, let's say in case if we have Br on this side, Br here, as well as Br here, and I treat that with ETO minus and heat, ETO minus K plus and heat. So it would go for dehydrohalogenation E2 mechanism. So first you will get a double bond here, Br and Br, right? Then again we react that with zinc or magnesium. When we have vicinal dihalides in the presence of zinc, what would happen? They undergo elimination. We can remove that and we get a product as CH2 double bond C double bond CH2 plus ZnBr2. This is what you'll see. So that's how alkenes can be made. The other way alkenes can be made is if you have Br, CH2, C triple bond C, CH2 and Br, and treat that with zinc and heat. See, zinc will always try to extract bromine, and this bond will shift here, this bond will move here, and this Br will remove. What do we get? CH2 double bond C double bond C double bond CH2 plus ZnBr2. Again an alkene formation. Alkene are always cumulative double bonds. Suppose in case if we have OH this way, react with KHSO4. KHSO4 is also a strong dehydrating agent, just like H2SO4. We will get dehydration reaction this way. Even mechanism, dehydration reaction. So what we got is a conjugated diene here. You can see we can get conjugated diene. Okay. In case if you take a simple butane and react that with Al2O3, Cr2O3, it will undergo pyrolysis to give double bond formation. This would also be one of the products. This is one way to prepare conjugated dienes. So there are many methods by which we can prepare conjugated dienes. This is one of reactions of conjugated dienes. Best reference is butadiene. So when we take butadiene and treat that with something like Br2 in the presence of CCl4, we would get two products here. One, Br getting added up here, Br and Br. One, we can get one Br getting added up here, one Br getting added up here, and double bond moving here. In this addition, we are adding Br at position 1. So if you take count this as 1, 2, and 3, 4, we are adding bromine at 1 position and 2 position. That's why it is termed as 1, 2 addition. It is 1, 2 addition. While the second one, if you see, it is getting added at 1, 4. So it is called as 1, 4 addition. So Br2 addition could happen at both sides. One could be, both products could come. Which product is major and minor is the discussion which we will do tomorrow. Got it? Where we will have to discuss kinetically favored or thermodynamically favored and cases like that. As of now, products will always be 2. Same is the case with HCl. We can get 1,2 product here where Cl and H gets added. So it is a 1,2 addition product. And Cl and H gets added here. So this is 1,4 addition. So this is 1,4 addition. Next. If we treat with H2 catalyst also, here also we can get 1,2 addition this way. This double bond is intact, or we can get 1,4 addition this way. So this is 1,4 addition. When it comes to CH2 double bond CH2 with CH double bond CH2. Let's say this is the metal surface, and on the metal surface we have 2 hydrogens connected, and they will try to cleave, they will try to make a bond with hydrogen here, carbon here, and here also pi bond will break such a way they will get this radicals. So these 2 radicals will terminate here, these 2 radicals will terminate here. See the transition state how it is. We have CH2 single bond, CH2, CH double bond, CH2. This is how a transition state is being appeared. Not here, yeah. So H and H, which is connected to this metal surface, and there is a hydrogen bond, H2. So this is how the transition state is being made. Now here you can see it is forming more like a 4-membered transition, 4-membered cyclic transition state. And as it goes towards the product, you'll get CH3, CH2, this is CH only, CH2, and CH double bond CH2. This is the final product which you will get. In case if there is a 1,4 addition, for 1,4 addition, first of all, the double bonds which are there must be in a cissoid form. This is a cissoid form. Cissoid form as in, with respect to this carbon-carbon bond, both double bonds must be aligned on the same side. And now, if we have a metal surface on which we have 2 hydrogens, right? And what you are observing here, so bond will break from the metal here, and here also it will undergo homolytic fission this way. So the transition state which you will get would be more of 6-membered ring. Okay, so here we will get this as 6-member cyclic transition state. and double bond is forming at the middle. So the product what you will get is a cis form. So you'll get a cis CH2H which got added, CH2H. These are the hydrogens which got added. So usually if you see 4 MCTS and 6 MCTS, 6 MCTS is more stable. 6-member cyclic transition state is more stable. So hence, not just that, the final product which has formed has a more substituted double bond, which is major, which is more stable product compared to that of 1,2 addition. So this is a 1,2 addition product, and this is a 1,4 addition product. And if you see the stability wise, 1,4 addition product is more stable than 1,2 addition product, which usually makes this 1,4 addition as major product and this as the minor product. So now let us look at this. First, we discussed about the mechanism of hydrogenation, where how 1,2 addition takes place and how 1,4 addition will take place. Okay. Then we wanted to discuss about how does it happen in case if we have 1,2 and 1,4 addition in case of HCl or in case of HBr. See, first, if you see this double bond on addition with HBr, we can get this product which is 1,2, or we can get double bond here and Br which is 1,4. So this is 1,2 addition and this is 1,4 addition. Let us see the mechanism. In the mechanism, what you'll observe that first H plus will get added here, Br minus will leave, creating a carbocation following Markovnikov's rule, because you can see it becomes a more stable carbocation. So this is a second degree allyl. This is a second degree allyl, which will show resonance stabilization also. Which will give a conjugated structure also, like this with carbocation, right? So it is a 2 degree allyl, and here it is a 1 degree allyl. 1 degree allyl. Now these two carbocations, in case if Br minus gets added up at the same location in this canonical, we'll get Br. If it gets added up here with Br minus, we will get Br here. And that's how we'll get this as 1,2 addition and this as 1,4 addition. Clear, everybody? So first objective is to make sure how to get 1,2 addition and how to get 1,4 addition. Next, we will see when we have 1,2 addition and 1,4 addition, which will be major and which will be minor, and how is it normally controlled. So let us first focus on understanding what are the 1,2 and 1,4 additions which are forming. Okay, students, now check. Suppose if we have, let me take this as the second example. This is the first example. Suppose if you have a double bond here, a double bond here, and I make an HBr addition. Okay. So the HBr addition will always happen such a way that it creates a more stable carbocation. So we could check out that the more stable carbocation forming will be here. So this is the more stable carbocation formation. So you can see this is a 3 degree allyl. This is a 3 degree allyl, which will be in resonance stabilization with 1 degree allyl. This is 1 degree allyl. So if the addition happens here itself with Br minus, we will get Br here with double bond. So H and Br got added side to side. So it is 1,2 addition product. Well, here if we see Br minus getting added, we will have double bond here and Br. So this is 1,4 addition reaction. Okay. Same way, let me take one more example. I want all of you to keep writing. Our first objective is to get as many 1,2 addition and 1,4 addition possible. So focus on learning how to get 1,2 and 1,4 additions. Let's imagine I have a double bond here this way. So again HBr addition. So the pi bond will attack here, Br will leave, and we will get this as the carbocation formation. Double bond is here. It can give a resonating structure with double bond here and positive charge here. Br minus can add up to get Br at this tertiary position, and we can get, if Br minus has been added up, then we could get Br here. Now you can see this is the 1,2 product, 1,2 addition, and this is 1,4 addition. Suppose if we have a double bond here and a double bond here, and I'm adding HCl to it, see what are all the products you can get. First, carbocation can form at this point. So carbocation will form here, double bond would be here, because H plus will get added on this double bond more than the other double bond. This can show. Now, if you see that here there is no resonance stabilization, which means this is not a stable carbocation formation, correct? Although it is at the tertiary position, you don't see it as a stable carbocation formation because it is not giving any resonance stabilization. So what is the other product you can expect to form? The product which you'll get is this double bond with H getting up added here and positive charge forming here. So you can see this is simply 3-degree carbocation. This is simply 3-degree carbocation. While if you check out here, this is the secondary allyl carbocation. Secondary allyl carbocation. Correct. So since it is secondary allyl here, it can show, let me rewrite that. Double bond with positive charge here. It can get resonance stabilization. So double bond here, positive charge here, this way. This is what you will get. Again, this is also secondary allyl. This is also secondary allyl. This on reaction with Cl minus is done. We will get a product this way, double bond with Cl here and double bond with Cl here. So here it is at the adjacent addition. So it is 1,2 addition, while here it is 1,4 addition. Check this product now. Here there is no rearrangement after that. So I can get an addition product here. But since this is not as stable carbocation as that of this formation, alright, so this can't be happening. I mean, this would be very, very minor product. Relatively, if you check out, this would be minor product. There is another way by which we can do it. Okay, so these two we got. On the same question, you see, why didn't I make an addition this way? Suppose we have a double bond here. Now, if H plus got added from this end, so we can get carbocation here first. And this carbocation can undergo rearrangement. I mean, give resonating structure with more stable carbocation here. So this is the most stable carbocation which you'll get. So from second degree allyl, it has moved on to 3-degree allyl. It has moved on to 3-degree allyl. So on this 3-degree allyl, second degree allyl, if the addition happens, Cl minus. So what do we get here now? We'll get Cl here, double bond, and this way it will remain. If we get Cl here, double bond, and double bond here, and Cl here. Clear? So what is this addition now? This has undergone 1,2 addition. This is simply a 1,2 addition reaction. While here, this is 1,4 addition. You can see here it has made 1,4 addition. Typically what we expect, tertiary carbocation should be more stable here. Right? So H plus get added there. And double bond should come here. But unfortunately, like I said, these are very minor products. So in this case, I'm not writing these minor products. I'm going for the products which will have resonance stabilization, which means first H will get added up here, carbocation will form here, and we'll get this double bond. So second degree allyl. And another product which you can expect is the resonance stabilization of it, which will do double bond here with carbocation formation here. Now, if we make Cl minus addition on this, what are we getting? We will get Cl here with double bond. What do we get here? We can get Cl here with double bond. This is a 1,2 addition product. This is a 1,4 addition product. 1,2 and 1,4 addition product. Clear, everyone? Another case. Double bond, methyl, methyl. If it is this way, HBr. First, carbocation will definitely form at the more stable position. This is more stable position. Double bond is here. After H plus addition, this is what you will get. And that is a 3 degree allyl position. So if it comes to this side, it will be 2 degree allyl. And this 1 degree, this 3 degree carbocation, if Br minus is added onto that, we would get double bond with Br here. And here, if you check out, we will get double bond with Br here. So this is going to be 1,2 addition, and this is going to be 1,4 addition. Everyone has written that. Last case, C. If we have a double bond this way, and HBr is added. Now in this, even if you put more stable with positive charge here and double bond here, even after the resonating structure, we'll get the same product only. So if Br minus is added, the product formation is same only. Noticing these two are same. You add here or you add here, you'll get to the same product. So only one product. 1,2 and 1,4 are same products. So hoping that all of us are now familiar with understanding what is 1,2 addition and 1,4 addition. Which is major, which is minor. This is decided by something called thermodynamic versus kinetic controlled reactions. How we have thermodynamically favored or kinetically favored products here. Suppose, let us just analyze the data first. If we have butadiene and after treatment with HBr, what it has been found that we can get two products. One bromine getting added here, second bromine getting added here. This you can see is 1,2 product, this is 1,4 product. At various temperatures, when we take, if the temperature is around minus 80 degrees, this was found to be 81% and 19%. When temperature is 0 degrees, this is around 71% and 29%. And when the temperature is around 20 degrees, this is around 44%, 56%. And when the temperature is around 40 degrees, this is around 15% and 85%. These are experimentally derived percentages. Okay, everyone. So what does this mean? Like what is happening at different temperatures? Let us try to analyze. Everyone make that note of the data first. Okay. No. None of the data you have to remember. You just need to understand the concept, that's all. So that's what we are trying to arrive at. Let us consider at 40 degrees what is happening. At 40 degrees, we have two products. We have this 1,2 addition product, and we also have 1,4 addition product. 1,4 addition is this way, right? Yeah. This is 1,4 addition product. Now at around 40 degrees, it has been found that this is around 15% and this is around 85%. Okay. Why I wrote this equilibrium sign? Because this reactions quantity is subject to temperature. If the temperature is changed, then one of the product will start becoming more or less, which means they are definitely at equilibrium with each other. This point is clear, everyone? Now, if you see the energy diagram, how it is varying, we started off with this product here. Suppose, actually, we started off making an addition first. What is that addition? From here, correct, which is at, let's say, this particular height. From here, we went to a carbocation formation, and from this carbocation formation, the stable carbocation, this one, from this, we directly went to one product here. Okay, so something like, we got a product this way. I'll write it in a different color. Let's say we got a product like this. This is one product. Or we went through a separate route here. That route being, again, one more stable carbocation, right? Not stable carbocation, I mean the resonance form from here. We went to another product here. So it should be something this way. These are the two products to which we came across from this carbocation. What are those products? Let's see. First one, if you observe, the product which we have got is this one, 1,2 product. The second one which I'm writing is actually a 1,4 product. This is 1,4 product and this is 1,2 product. So let us try to analyze the energy here. So in the first case, what happened here? The first case, what happened? Carbocation, up to carbocation, everything is fine. Up to carbocation, everything is fine. But from carbocation, it could take a route to give 1,2, or it could take a route to give 1,4 addition. Got it? If from the carbocation, if you are getting like 1,2 product here, right? Which means here the product formation is only on the basis of stable carbocation. Once you check out the stable carbocation, from there, without any rearrangement, if you are getting a product here, this is called kinetically controlled product, KCP. While irrespective of which carbocation is forming, it doesn't matter which carbocation is forming, but the final product, out of all the possible products, the final product which is most stable, that is called thermodynamically controlled product. Everyone, is this point clear? Before going ahead with the other graph, first I want all of you to understand this point. What is thermodynamically controlled product and what is kinetically controlled product?
Please repeat once again, sir.
Yeah, listen. KCP, kinetically controlled product, is the pathway via most stable carbocation. Most stable carbocation. Got it? While TCP means pathway to the most stable product. Most stable product. The final product, if you see, there is one double bond here at the terminal position and there is one double bond here. Which of these double bond is more stable? 1,4 is more stable, right, everyone? Which means this double bond, substituted double bond, is always more stable. That comes with the hyperconjugation. So the most stable product is always known as the thermodynamically controlled product. And any pathway which you are taking, which is leading to a most stable carbocation, that is called as the kinetically controlled product. Okay. So first, I want all of you to understand this definition, then I'll go to the next point. Now the same graph, what I'm doing this time, I'm trying to divide into two parts. Starting the reactant here. Imagine reactant energy is here, which is our dye. From here, it can go through two products. From this energy, it might come to this product. Or from here, it could go to the other product this way. Now, if we observe closely, the activation energy required here I'll call this as EA1, EA2. And the activation energy which is required here, I'll call it as EA1. Okay, students. Now, when H plus is getting added, first a carbocation is generated. Correct? So, which means from this particular energy source, let's say this is where the energy source is. Original energy source is here. So, from this energy source, it has rose to a stable carbocation. Right? So, which means it is first rising to a carbocation with double bond here, with delta positive moving around the entire ring. Because if you get a positive charge here, correct, which will keep moving this way. Okay, so let me write, sorry, it will keep moving this way. This is the positive charge which it has. So I'm just writing overall as a positive charge. Okay, just to show that positive charge is moving between these three carbons, not on the last carbon. So these three carbons, positive charge is moving. From there, suppose if at all the pi bond rearranges where bromine is supposed to get added on the last carbon. If it is adding on the last carbon, which means it must show a characteristic like this, where we have a double bond character here, with here it is showing delta positive, on which bromine is attacking with delta negative. So this is a transition state energy here. While on the left hand side, if you see, suppose if we have this with delta positive here, on which Br minus is attacking, this is the other transition state. So in short, when we have two carbocations forming here, one carbocation was this one and the other carbocation is this one. Which is more stable carbocation? The first one, right everybody? This is the most stable carbocation. Since this is the most stable carbocation, the activation energy for that would be less, while the activation energy for the second would be more. So when the Br approaches here, correct? Here, in this case, you see, it requires less amount of energy for Br to approach, and then the product formation is observed. So what is the product that you'll get is Br with double bond here. While in this case, this delta positive, which means it is coming from the second structure, in this transition state when Br is approaching, this has to go to even higher energy because this is not as stable as that of the first one. Now the product which is forming is a double bond here with Br. Correct. If you see product wise, this is more stable. But if you see activation energy wise, then this first one is the more stable carbocation. Okay. And these two would always exist in equilibrium with each other. That is what we have learned, right? So this product 1 and product, I'll write KCP and TCP. This KCP and TCP product will be always equilibrium with each other. Now listen up guys, when it is slow reaction, when it is at low temperature, when a reaction is operated at low temperature, for every reactant, they always try to choose a path where they require less energy. Why? Because it is like this. If imagine there are two molecules, this is molecule 1 and this is molecule 2. Now for this molecule, if it is maintained at low temperature, it will come slowly. The molecule will come slowly and hit. Got it? Correct. So in case if it has to form a product, it will choose a pathway where the activation energy is less because it cannot create very high potential energy. But imagine if this particle is coming with a high speed like this. Got it? Then this particle can collide with such an energy that it can easily cross any of these two barriers. That is usually happens at high temperature. So when we take high temperature, this barrier or this barrier, both barriers can be easily crossed. So if in a reaction, if temperature is sufficient enough and molecules get sufficient amount of kinetic energy, then for them, trying to cross a barrier is not an important criteria. For them, anyways I can cross these two barriers. Then which of these following would be more stable product? That is the path it would choose. But at the low temperature, this reaction won't be possible because it won't be able to achieve such high activation energies. I hope all of you understood what I'm trying to say. What does it mean? KCP is always a product which is formed with a lowest activation route. TCP is always the path with most stable molecule route. So between these two, the most stable is this one. That's why it will always choose route, despite the fact that it may have to go through high activation energy. Okay, students, make note the diagram, and then I'll give you the writing of
Sir,
it.
will you explain what is the reactant representation, sir? There you have a represented like a positive charge dashed line, sir. What does it
This
mean,
one.
sir?
This one.
Yes, sir.
This is the carbocation formation from here. Reactant. Suppose, let me show you. Reactant energy is here. First, imagine reactant energy is here. This is reactant. So from here, when it has taken the H plus ion, it has come to this particular energy. After addition of H plus, it has formed this carbocation. This carbocation is in resonance stabilization. So these two are their canonicals. This is the hybrid. Okay. So from this hybrid, it can go to this path or this path. Now I'll write that as a note here. This diagram is about energy versus reaction coordinates. At low temperature, keep writing everyone, the reaction is irreversible and is kinetically controlled. That is, the major product will be formed from the more stable intermediate. As this requires less energy of activation. So this is the first note. Next note, at high temperature, crossing the energy barrier is not a challenge. Hence, both pathways compete, but the major product will be the most stable alkene. Form. Hence, it is called thermodynamically. Hence, it is called thermodynamically controlled reaction. Hence, it is called thermodynamically controlled reaction. So, based on the temperature, accordingly, you have to respond for the major product now. Okay, students, if I gave you low temperature, respond for KGP as a major product. You can see the change in percentages, right? Product is still the same, but there is only change in percentage, which means these two products are temperature sensitive, right? Which means they are interconvertible to each other depending upon temperature. Hence, it is at equilibrium. Okay, students, can we go ahead? Yeah.
Sir.
Yes, beta.
Sir, a small doubt. Sir, can you go to the percentage table, sir?
Come again. Which step?
Percentage table, sir. Temperature and percentage. Yes, sir. Sir, at some temperature, we found both the products 50-50 percentages. At some temperature, which we don't. Sir, if we decrease the temperature, will the 1,2 product change to 1,4 product by losing the bromine and rearranging the carbocation? Or
Yes.
what is the process done?
Suppose once you have 50-50%, correct? Here what I'm
Yes,
saying,
sir.
decreasing temperature does not mean TCP will again come back and convert into this. But the other way is possible. Increasing temperature, it is possible. Understood? So don't think that equilibrium is existing. It does not mean on decreasing temperature. It is always on increasing temperature. Okay, beta?
So if we increase the temperature, the KCP can convert to TCP.
Yes. But if you decrease the temperature, considering these two are 50-50 percentages, correct? You don't see this TCP breaking itself to form this, correct? Clear on that?
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Let us go through a few examples. First one. Suppose if we have a double bond here and a double bond here. So it is a conjugated diene and reaction with HBr. First, we'll make a stable carbocation formation. I'll just show you stable carbocation formation first. So carbocation can form here, double bond can come here. This is what you will get. So from here, we can get a product directly by adding up here. This is one product which we can get. Or that double bond, you can see that double bond can actually get a formation here also. If double bond shifts, we can get a product here. It is that product forming. We can get double bond here and we are getting added here. Are these two major products, I mean kinetically and thermodynamically controlled? Are these two major or minor products here? See, now like I said, major and minor first depends upon going up to the most stable carbocation. Clear everyone? So you need to go up to the most stable carbocation first, and then you have to decide which is major and minor. So yes, here it is a 1,2 addition. This is 1,4 addition. Multiple products can come, but there is another way of forming a carbocation here, which is forming a carbocation here. Is it or not? So this is, in this, when H plus is added at this location, when H plus is added, right, when H plus was added on this location, we got this carbocation. If H plus would have been added on this position, we would have got this carbocation. From this carbocation, if you observe, we can have a tertiary carbocation form. Okay, students, so we can have a tertiary carbocation form. Now on that tertiary, on this product, on this carbocation and the second one, both these carbocations, if the addition is done, then what do we get here? So we would get Br here with double bond with Br here with double bond, correct? So you can see this is 1,2 addition, this is 1,2 addition, and this is 1,4 addition. This is 1,4 addition. Clear everybody? Now on this cases, if you check out which is a major product here, so this is a major product, which means this would be the minor product, and this is kinetically controlled product, this is thermodynamically controlled product. These are also the ones, but these are, you know, very less products which are formed here. Everybody understood this? So if you were asked what is kinetically and thermodynamically product, always go for the most stable carbocation first. So, and check out if this is where the most stable carbocation is coming. And if you have added here first and last here, which means it is TCP, because it is a 1,4 addition which you are making. Right? Sorry. This is KC. My mistake. And this is TCP, because this is a most stable alkene. Check out for the most stable carbocation and most stable alkene. Right? So which one is the most stable alkene here? This one. Which one is the most stable carbocation here? This one. This is the most stable carbocation. Right, students? So in case, if the temperature is provided, see now, if the temperature is provided like 0 degrees, now you can comment like this will be the major product and this will be the minor product. Major and minor are only subject to temperature. If you are taking at 0 degrees, which means it will always go for the route where more stable carbocation is formed. So when you make an addition H plus here, positive charge will form here. Okay. It can go through the most stable carbocation formation. This route can be handled at less temperature, which means you can easily go through this route at a lower activation energy and reach to this product. Hence, at low temperature, this will be the major product. When this is a major product, which means in this route, what was remaining, H was added, then Br will be added here. Then that will be your minor product, which is your TCP. These products will be there, but if you asked about major and minor, only these two. See beta, TCP is only subject to the stability of double bond. Okay, irrespective of whether you added 1,2 or whether you added 1,4. Is that point clear, beta? Keep saying yes or no. I think this point is clear what I've said.
Yes.
Right. Second, KCP is only subject to most stable carbocation. I was getting a carbocation of this kind, and this kind. Out of these three, which is the most stable carbocation? This one. But unfortunately, I can't get this carbocation directly. So first H plus get added at this point, immediately get carbocation rearranged to get this carbocation. Clear? So this is the path that we'll choose at lower temperatures and finally reach to KCP. Room temperature is always thermodynamically favored. Unless it is 0 degrees, -10, -40, -80, these are all KCP products. If nothing is mentioned in the question, you will always take it as TCP. Thermodynamically more stable product has to be chosen. Not stable, product composition you're saying, right? 0 degrees, KCP is more. KCP composition is more. At around room temperature, you see 20 to 40, these are all room temperatures. Which is slowly favored beta? TCP is favored. For all the cases, the minute you come across room temperature and above, you'll always be favored with TCP. Everyone, same question if it was given. Now without writing all the mechanisms, directly I'll write the product. You see, this is given with a double bond here and double bond here. And it is given HBr addition with 80 degrees. What are the products formation here? One product formation will be this. I'm writing only the major and minor. There may be other products also. Double bond here and one double bond here with Br addition here. Got it? So tell me which is KCP and which is TCP? Most stable. Which is most stable here?
So first one KCP. Sir.
Very good. First one is KCP. Second one is TCP. So first decide this. Which is KCP, which is TCP? You decide that first. Then depending upon the temperature, now you comment on the majority. Which will be major beta? KCP will be major. TCP will be minor. Hey, all of you understood this point? Now you have to do these questions on your own. Try these two now. First note the above one and try these two.
Sir, we need to look for only the allylic carbocations.
Yes, beta, because that is more stable, no? Non-allylic will be less stable.
Any other intermediate stability, sir?
I'll take those cases as an examples. Like if there is a phenyl already, okay, then how do we need to judge? That is what you're saying, right?
Yes.
So this once at 0 degrees, once at 80 degrees. Everyone, please put on the products. Right? I hope all of you must have done that. See the products now. I'm writing the products directly. See first one. Now this way with Br here, okay, here, double bond and this. And another product is Br here, double bond here, and alkyl group here. This is TCP, this is KCP. Correct? And at 0 degrees, so I'll write it this way. at 0 degrees and at 80 degrees. At 0 degrees, this is minor and this is major. And at 80 degrees, this is major and this is minor. Check everyone, check your answers. If you still have a problem, let me know.
Sir, in this TCP,
Mhm.
we can keep that BR with this methyl group, no, so then we're getting more stable alkyl.
But carbocation is not going there, na dear. See, you won't get a double bond here and a carbocation coming out this position. Okay.
I mean, in this, the initial diagram, sir, I mean, reactant in reactant.
Hmm.
At that methyl position, we can keep carbocation, sir, at 3 degree.
Here,
Yes,
if you put carbocation here, H been added here this way.
Yes, yes.
You are adding H here and carbocation here, correct? But is this carbocation stable?
So, but we're looking for TCP only, no, sir, but
No,
not KCP.
just go back to the mechanisms. What would we do? From the reactants, first we have to reach to the more stable carbocation. From there, TCP or KCP is decided, beta. Clear?
Okay, sir.
Good thought though, okay? That's a good thought. But next time in exam, make sure you avoid that, okay? That first you have to make a more stable carbocation, then you have to think about TCP and KCP. Right. Second, see the second product which you have. You have this way with double bond here. Not that side, here. Double bond here with Br here. This is one product. And double bond here, the center, methyl are fine here, and Br on this side. So this is KCP, this is TCP, and if I take this temperature, one at 0 degrees, one at 80 degrees, it has been found. This is major, this is minor. Well, here this is minor and this is major. Check your answers, everyone. Next, suppose if we have Br2 addition, suppose in case if we have any Br2 addition, so far we are doing HBr addition. The next case what we will do is the Br2 addition on alkynes. We have double bond here. We are treating that with Br2 in the presence of CCl4. Here also we can get two products, Br and Br this way with double bond, and double bond here, Br and Br. These are the two products we can get. Okay. Now, same way, you can say this is 1,2 addition, this is 1,2 addition, and this is 1,4 addition. Usually, we always expect when the bromine is added, first a bromonium ion is formed, correct? Br plus is being formed. So, bromonium ion will be formed here. Yes, but you can see this bromonium ion will have delta positive charge on both the carbons also, because this delta positive charge is carried on both of them. That's why it is called non-classical carbocation. And when you have non-classical carbocation, especially with a double bond at the adjacent carbon, that double bond can, you know, make this resonance with this carbon and relieve this Br. Got it? So from there, you can see it can go towards another stable carbocation formation, which is Br here with double bond with plus charge. This can form. So before forming that, Br minus can attack here directly. So we will get 1,2 addition, which is Br and Br, simple 1,2 addition. Or it can first form a carbocation character here, on which this double bond can shift and makes a complete classical carbocation formation. And from here again Br minus will get added on this position, giving it 1,4 addition. So you can see we can get this as 1,4 addition. So this is 1,2 addition and this is 1,4 addition. You can see this is more stable double bond as compared to this one. So the first one is KCP, the second one is TCP. Fundamentally, it is same. Again, if you increase the temperature, TCP is more favored. Decrease the temperature, KCP is more favored. Okay, temperature. Sorry, note. Increasing temperature favors TCP product over KCP, just like how we have done it earlier. So as an example, if you have double bond and double bond here, and you are treating that with Br2 CCl4, just write the products at both 0 degrees and 80 degrees, everyone, and mention which is TCP and KCP. That is something which that is very much debatable. Got it? If we think this way, like there is a double bond here and Br has been added, Br, this is added here, goes here, and then Br comes here, positive charge double bond, this would happen, right? But what we have learned that any lone pair carrying group, if it would immediately attack internally, right, on this carbon and try to create it in non-classical way. That's what the mechanism we have learned now. First, Br formation, we will definitely show it here. We shall show it here. Suppose if you show it here, or if you show it here, let us see how it makes a difference. Where is the most stable carbocation that is coming up to? So if you put it here, second case. So I'll just minimize this. Right. So Br is here with delta positive, and delta positive. And in case if the direct addition takes place, we will get Br and Br to get added here with double bond. If it is going via resonance, we'll get Br here, double bond with positive charge. Br minus, we get double bond, Br and Br. KCP, TCP. Temperature 0 degrees, major, minor, major. Now let's see how the reaction happens. Reaction of cumulines. Reactions of cumulines, which means if you have an simultaneous double bonds, consecutive double bonds. And here I'm choosing one equivalent of HCl to be added. What we expect? We can expect two products. One is CH2 double bond CH with CH2Cl. This is one which we expect, or CH2 CCl double bond with CH3. Right. These are the two products which you can expect. Now, how does the route take place? One route is this. One route is first on H plus addition, we will get CH2 double bond C H added up here and CH2 plus. This is what is formed. Second route which it takes place is CH2 double bond C plus CH3. This is what is happening. This one, the first one which we have written is the vinyl carbocation, and the second one which is formed is, this one formed is vinyl carbocation, and this is allyl carbocation. Let me call this as intermediate I1, intermediate I2. If you see the stability just at the formation, actually if you see I1 is less stable than I2. This is very strange to say that allyl is less stable than vinyl. You know that vinyl is one of the most unstable carbocations, but I'm saying allyl is less stable than vinyl here. Why? See, if you take allyl carbocation, it is not formed during the addition of H plus. It is addition of H plus to allyl. Okay, as there is no resonance assistance. Initially there is no resonance assistance for the formation of it. What am I saying about C? Check out. If you have C orbital here, and then one hydrogen was going inside, one hydrogen was coming outside here on this allyl. Then it is connected to the next carbon, which is connected to the next carbon. And here there is another pi bond with this carbon. But what about the other pi bond which is there? The other pi bond is perpendicular to it, like this. It is perpendicular to it, this way. Okay. And rest of the two hydrogens which are there, they are on this carbon, H and H. So we can say that these two orbitals are making a pi bond here, this way. And when we added H plus to this, carbon, alright, when you added H plus to this carbon, see where exactly is the resonance happening in the second case. Here we have resonance happening between these two. Are these two parallel to each other? These orbitals are not parallel to each other. So in case if H plus get added here, correct, then we say that this carbon is getting positive charge. See this orbital, okay, after H plus get added here, sorry, not on this orbital, on this orbital, if H plus get added, is this orbital and this orbital perpendicular to each other? I mean parallel to each other? No, they are perpendicular to each other. So would there be any resonance favored here, students? No resonance. I guess you understood this point, everyone. So it appears like it is an allyl carbocation, but initially when this allyl carbocation is forming, these pi bonds are not exactly parallel to it. So which I mean to say, suppose if I put this as an allylic form with CH2 with a pi bond here, with pi bond here, and with pi bond here. Okay. Actually, this pi bond is not this way. It is perpendicular to this pi bonds. So here resonance is happening. But to make a resonance formation here, there has to be parallel orbitals, but this orbital is not parallel, rather it is perpendicular. I hope all of you understood that point. Hence, if you consider vinylic and allylic carbocation, initially, see, over the time it will rotate. What happens? Over the time it will slowly rotate and might start forming the carbocation. But if you see during the activation energy, which one will show less activation energy? Vinyl will show less activation energy. I guess this point is clear. So therefore, what is the product formation here now? So if you take CH2, double bond C, double bond CH2 plus HCl. So it could take two routes, but which route is more preferable here? So we'll get C positive charge with CH3. This route is more preferable with Cl minus getting added onto it. So we will get this as CH2, double bond Cl and CH3. So this is the product which is formed. Okay, and this would be the major product. The other product would be minor product. Make a note, everyone.
Sir, since allyl is taking some time to rotate, it has more activation energy. Can you say that?
Activation energy is about instant stability. Which is going to be the instant stability which you are getting? Correct. If it is not able to get that instant stability and it is rotating to get that stability back, correct? So it requires more amount of energy to get to that stable carbocation. Clear?
Okay, sir. Sir, but single bond can easily be rotated now, sir.
But for that to form, first during the formation, activation energy is through transition state, na beta. Imagine this is a transition state. During the transition state, do you see any stability?
No, sir, in allyl we cannot see.
That's why it will choose the path where the transition state is more stable. But this is about a simple allyl. What if there is some other allyl which is stabilizing the carbocation from the other side? If we have CH2, double bond C, double bond CH, and pH is there, and then I use HCl, one equivalent. This time it will go for this addition only, because from the other side phenyl is definitely going to give phenylic resonance. So we'll get CH2, double bond C, CH, Cl will form here, this is CH, and pH. This will be the major product. Same way, if we have CH2, double bond C, double bond CH, and CH3 is there, HCl, one equivalent. Due to hyperconjugation, again, the other side will be more stable. CH3. These are the product formations.